show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, guys, we're back at it here tonight. It's the Philadelphia Union. It's the Chicago Fire away tonight at Soldier Field. And yes, big announcements out from Chicago as they are, in 10th place, but looking to climb the table here tonight at home. And Greg Berhalter, the former USA men's national team coach there, trying to put a team together under good ownership there with an announcement earlier that they are, in fact, making their own soccer specific stadium there in the heart of Chicago. And a big announcement out from the owner there, and they're hoping to put shovels into the ground there in the fall. But first things first, a Philadelphia Union side leading the standings so far here in the Supporters Shield there coming into tonight in Soldier Field, the Bears Stadium, in fact, and hopefully the Union can come out on top. Both teams hurting with international duties and injuries here, but luckily we have Brick Wall Rick, in fact. And, maybe, after last night's performance, one of the Reggae's boys might have wanted to get back to business quickly, sooner rather than later, but no, it is Rick, in fact. And salary rankings out as well tonight. A lot of news to cover here pregame with not a lot of time here by me, unfortunately. We've got salary salary news to talk about. Sexy Hoagie in the house here. Nice jersey. Yes, we got to talk about my new jersey here. I did go to the meet and greet this previous weekend there on Sunday. And, I was looking to get a signature, looking to get an autograph, looking to get a John Hancock. I brought my Blake bobblehead, forgetting about the Gold Cup as much. And I, needed to make a purchase. And I had not gotten this year's kit just yet. But I was deterred, in fact, because it was quite the long line at the meet and greet, which has plagued this meet and greet for multiple seasons now. And, we'll get to that probably in a game or so here. We'll talk more about the meet and greet. Let's get to the game here tonight because we don't have that much time. I'm hoping I'm going to have a good viewing here. We're getting charged up here on with the audio and the visual. Run a little bit late to the parade here, but hopefully good to go. But yes, let's get my work up here. Chelsea Hazer in the house there. Love the Union. Doop, doop, doop. Let's go. Let's bring it home tonight here, guys. Yes, so, Union leading the standings. Supporter Shield, obviously so. But also doing well away this season. And they, unbeaten in 10, a club record. And Chicago has put up the fight away this season, but they're not away tonight. They're at home where it counts, and they haven't fared much as good as they would have hoped to at Soldier Field. So, leaves them in 10th place there. Berhalter trying to get his footing going. And both all-stars named for both teams, two on the Union side there about an hour or so ago, and one on the Chicago Fire side of things there. So, both teams got a couple of good players, good names there. And we know that they both have a couple off on international duty with Nate Harriel and Quinn Sullivan going off. Are you going to put the game on the screen? No, I am not going to be putting the game on the screen because, unfortunately, I would like to remain a YouTube partner as such. So we can't do that. I know. Hopefully you'll stick with me here. We're trying to, put on a community business here for the Watchalong, but I will get banned pretty quickly because I have tried it as much so, and this is not my first YouTube channel, and I've learned my lesson the hard way. 3 strikes, you're out. Sometimes 1 strike, But yeah, unfortunately, I can't put it on here for us all to enjoy. But we will try to dictate how the flow of the game goes, and we'll try and uh, get a couple of things there. I was watching some of the 7:30 games there, and Columbus, I think Gazdag had an easy chance at a goal there, missed one. He still has yet to have a goal there since the trade, and you know, but yeah, let's look at some of our. Okay, let's look here. Share. How do I do this again? Okay, here we go. Guys, I will say we all know Greg Berhalter, but you know me. I'm Philly Rovers. I'm a Rovers fan. And tonight is the first sighting of Greg Brown from a Philly Rovers perspective. Greg Brown, let's see if I can drop this in here, is the. Let's crop this a little. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Okay, transition here. Guys, Greg Brown here is the managing director of football there for Chicago Fire. This new ownership group at Chicago is bringing in all the guns. And, this Greg Brown man here is the former director of football at Blackburn Rovers. So I am quite familiar with this man. And he made some funny business in a couple of years there with the Blackburn Rovers. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be with the Rovers. He talked the talk, but he couldn't walk the walk. He did a lot of talking and he was well spoken, and it's how he builds his business. But, he's doing things in Chicago now that you would have liked to have seen him come to fruition there in Blackburn as a Blackburn fan. And, he was even linked with Ronaldo a couple months ago. So Chicago is one to watch there in the coming seasons here, guys. Maybe not quite this season. Maybe they're trying to get into the playoffs and build something on that for next season. But are we about to kick off here? I better make sure I've got the thing. But watch out for Greg Brown, Greg the Egg. I think Greg the Egg is a HBO. What's that HBO? Succession reference to that different Greg. But there's a lot of Gregs in Chicago. Is my main point here. So let's get into it. That's Greg for you. What are the predictions? Good question, Chelsea. Let's put that one up there. What are the predictions? Get your predictions in the chat before we get going here. I think I have the Union game up here on my side of things. Oh, no, I have a Columbus game still. Let's X out of that because they are in halftime, and we need to go to kickoff here shortly. I'll get my prediction. My prediction away at Chicago. Shorthanded here tonight. Brickwall Rick in net. Sans Baribo, but we do have Kai Wagner. We do have El Capitan Bedoya there, who I think has been placed as right back per the graphic put out by the Union. We'll see how that muscles up. But, come on, come on, come on. I think watch live. Come on. Oh, yeah, we are kickoff, guys. We are a go. 8 seconds in. Never a doubt here, guys. As it looks a little bit foggy there in Chi-Town, the Windy City. We'll put that on mute there. And yeah, 7:30 kickoff out there in Chi-Town. 8:30 here EST. Soldier Field. Bears Nation is looking on and wondering what has happened to their beloved football field tonight. It is let's move this over here. Get it quickly. I'm gonna say, guys, I think we'll pull it out here tonight. I think we're on a roll. We're gonna keep up this unbeaten streak. We're gonna make it 11. I think it's 12 in all comps, including the cup games. So this could go to 13 in all comps, 11 in the regular season, and I'm gonna say we're gonna get a 2-1 win. I'm going to say a 2-1 win. I think we'll see a couple goals. Uh, you know, we're pretty evenly matched offensively. It's just defensively, and we are going to be seeing some Jack Elliott here tonight on the back of things. And Union get a turnover there midfield, and somebody gets taken down. But yes, we are live here into the second minute. I'm going with a 2-1 prediction. What are your predictions? Hoagie says 2-2. She's going with a draw away. Let me get this removal of this picture of Greg Brown from the scene there, because we don't need to see Greg. I did like Greg though, but that's part of his shtick is you like him, you believe in him, and then he lets you down so much so. If you remember Duncan McGuire for Orlando, he was Duncan McGuire to the Rovers. That was Greg. So if you do any research at all tonight, do Duncan McGuire, Blackburn Rovers. That was this man, Greg Broughton. Forgot to transition here, but it fitted for there before I transition. So the other was Lewis O'Brien. If anybody remembers, DC United had Lewis O'Brien. Why did they have Lewis O'Brien? Because of this man that was just here, Greg Broughton. And so, Lewis O'Brien, Duncan McGuire, both in the MLS for longer than they had anticipated, or if at all in Lewis's case. And due to, I mean, it's down to the whole organization, but culpability was Greg Broughton. So, I'm not holding back anymore. I'm having my piece here tonight. I don't get these many opportunities. I'm sure there's Jack Elliott there. And then look at these kits here from the Fire side of things, sporting Carvana as their main sponsor. You USL fans would know that Carvana. Anybody out there know? Carvana is also the lead sponsor for Phoenix Rising. That's right. So they're double dipping there, multiple league actions. And, I don't think that Thomas Bakery is double dipping by any means. So they are loyal to the union and they're staying true to us here. I don't quote me on that, but I'll double check that at halftime. We'll get a confirmation on that one there. Corner to the union goes out. It's going to be a second corner here again into the fourth minute. Okay, and yeah, Bedoya already looking fatigued 4 minutes in. Oh man, he's like, how did I end up here? What is all these injuries about? Why are we still in the Gold Cup? Get Quinn. And yeah, this is the backup goalkeeper for Chicago, because Mr. Brady for Greg Berhalter's Four Stars team there is on international duty himself. He got called up with Zach Steffen being injured there for the international squad. Maybe Nick Custodio could tell us a little bit more about that later in the show. We'll see, because they're moving forward and they'll be there on Sunday. Costa Rica, up against Costa Rica. So considering that Union here moving down the field here on the left side, chance here. It's gonna be nobody there to close the door there at the end, and it's gonna be cleared all the way back to Glesnes and Andrew Rick. Pickle Rick. 6th minute here now. But yes, let's finish out our predictions there. Hoagie says 2-2. Chelsea says 3-1. I like a 3-1 prediction. I like the optimism, says Hoagie. And Nick Custodio also saying a draw. Union here from outside the 18-yard box. High and wide, though. Who took that? Let's see. That was a nice attempt there. I'm going to maximize this screen there. It might have been Lukage. Oh, no. Oh, that was Ben Bender. Ben Bender. And salary-wise, guys, Ben Bender, I think, is on $150K a year. Andrew Rick, $90K. I think he's Westfield, the lowest starter, $92K. We'll look a little bit more into that at halftime. if you stick with me here, but there's a lot to dig into tonight. All-Stars, as we see Greg Berhalter there for the first time there, head coach of Chicago Fire, ousted as USMNT coach, and it was not going to be Jesse Marsh this time. No, he would be off to Canada. He was actually ousted by Greg. When I actually say that out loud, Jesse was ousted. Jesse was shunned by Greg's, uh, staying in place there. But now we know Potch is in charge, and Jesse is the king of the North. He is, ruling the show there, dismantling El Salvador last night. They got pretty chippy, but they move forward, and they'll be looking to be crowned champions. So this Gold Cup there looking strong, and the USA kind of got their beat team lined up there. But Fire now, again, both teams averaging around upper 40s percentage possession wise throughout the season. It's just defensively, Fire have been a little bit more lackluster than the Union. So, who do Fire have defensively? Jack Elliott. Ernst Tanner yet again. Over on the left side here now. And it might be another corner here for the Union. I think it's goal kick. Goal kick. Think it's gotta be. It's probably pretty hot. I gotta refresh this score. Nobody's helping me in the chat here tonight. Let's refresh. Get a live score here. Okay, there we go. Where's the reminders, people? Where's the reminders? Anyway, Gutman, the defenseman there, disappointed in his team there, shaking his head, but he's had a good season. I think he's had a good few assists. Is this is this a penalty? Is this a penalty? Penalty for Union here. Penalty. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Ball being taken here. Penalty early on here for Union in the 10th minute. I think this is Damiani here. Here we go. Ref whistles. Suspense builds. Ball is away. It's a goal! Yes! All right. Off early days here. 1-0 Philadelphia Union. Doop, doop, doop. Update the score there. All right. Ding. All right. Yes. Yes. All right. Here we go. Doing great. Doop, doop, doop. Keep it up now. Keep it up. Whew. All right. PK. Early on. 1-0. Philly. Hey, hey. Chelsea said 3-1. I said 2-1. Ours are looking more likely early on here, favoring Philly to keep the confidence up. Flying high there. Damiani. Big goal there. Let's give it another party air horn there. Let's get it going. All right. Yes. We'll buy a Labubu for every Union goal scored. Hopefully, this is a 1-0 game here tonight. All right. Corner here for the Fire here. All right. Let's go. Let's bring it back here. Let's go. Come on, Rick. Do us proud here. Speaking of goalies, we've got to discuss the elephant in the room here. Cleared out by Union. Immensely so there. Well done. No worries. But what happened last night with the Reggae Boys? Reggae Boys faltering and falling down quite significantly. So fire here over on the right side. They're moving. They've got numbers. Oh, cleared out over to halfway. There's no whistle. Ref finally blows it. Oh no. Okay, let's see if I can get an extra audio here. Okay, so yes, I will be sending out. We might be getting some halftime guests here to see their take on the first half. We're going to put out the invites there. I will talk about real quickly here. We're at Soldier Field here tonight, and the Chicago squad have just announced that a new stadium is coming, soccer specifically. So for the Chicago Fire, it's going to be 22,000, which is surprising, considering the continued up and ups of MLS. Maybe they're intimidated by USL. They've got that promotion relegation, and just that's going to really be really hard product to stay competitive with. But and I mean, I flipped it on ESPN2 here before the I had to put on the Apple game here for the Union. So, their games are available to watch. People are going to be watching USL games more so, unless they are ponying up for Apple's, MLS Pass, which, if you have to be pretty into it to do that. So, ESPN2 seems to have a lot of USL games on a lot of nights. And so between that, promotion relegation, the league just growing and being more available, I don't know why this game keeps pausing. Oh, chance there for Union. But I don't know where I was going with that there. I don't know where I was going to. Oh, yeah, back to the stadium. The Chicago team. Oh, my gosh. My Apple keeps freezing. Watch live. I missed a goal. I'm just kidding. No. Okay, 1-0 still, guys. 1-0 in the 15th minute. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It keeps freezing here. Maybe if I put it on maximum screen. Okay. It's out. It's going to be a Rick ball. Maybe something's touching the mouse. I don't. Okay. Is anybody else experiencing this pausing action from Apple? Because a lot of times it's not just simply me. It's you know this is crazy. Let's look this up on Twitter. Apple keeps pausing. Uh, Nothing hurts more. I mean, nobody's experiencing this than me. I don't even know how to work. What should I search for? And this is a disaster here for this watch along. We are watching the game. We see. Okay, I mean, I just have to keep pressing play here. I'm not sure what's keeps pausing. Let's better. Where are we here on the game? Heading into the 17th minute. Let's see how long it takes to pause. About 4 seconds, 5, 6. Okay. I think we might be okay. Nobody panic. Okay. We're all right. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to tweet my anguish on Twitter when it's when it's a clearly it could be a PEBCAC issue. This could be a PEBCAC issue. We've had them before. They're known torrid uh, institution in this household. So hopefully, that was about 40 seconds. 40 seconds before an auto pause. That's annoying. I'm not sure. Not sure. Oh, Julio probably watching Universitario on Fox Deportes. That's true. There could be multiple people on the account. I mean, if that's what you're implying there. Let's get another Labubu here. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the air horn. But yes, let's try the audio here before we move forward. Oh God, it's every 30 seconds, guys. I'm not sure why this is auto pausing. Is it the battery? Where's my battery at? My battery's not bad. 30. I got about 30's not good either. I got low battery. I need to prep better for this. We're off our game here tonight, guys. We are off our game. I'm gonna search Twitter. I'm panicking. Why? I don't even know why I had to check Twitter. I'll just Google this. Why is Apple MLS auto pausing? Okay, answer is loading. Can be several issues. Gray screen, a giant pause button, screen freezes, video music, users restalling, sports, change the match setting to no. Kai Wagner here, free kick. I might restart this, guys. I might restart this. My computer here. I'm gonna put it on my phone here. Let's see if I can put it on my phone. Stay cool, stay cool. Free kick for Kai. Ball is up. Glesnes outside the 18-yard box, coming down the right side. Dribbles it out of bounds. Fireball. Okay. Somebody has to have tweeted it by now if it is a thing. Because it could be a thing. And Turtle, are you watching on Apple? Is this happening to you at all? Auto pausing on the Apple? Auto pause. Apple. It's the only way I can. No results. Okay. It hasn't auto paused in a while. We might be okay. Let's cross our fingers. I'm just waiting for it to happen, but if it goes a minute, then that's a good sign. Fire here off the back heel, and Indy collects it. Union gonna bring it up now. I think we're okay, guys. I think we're okay. Don't jinx it. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Never a doubt. Okay. All right, we're in control here, guys. I got to get on this earlier here next time. Huh. So yeah, we didn't get to a lot of pregame news here tonight, but Union have picked me up. They put me on their shoulders, and they've taking a 1-0 lead here. It was in the 10th minute there. Damiani penalty kick early on there. It's away here at Soldier Field, and Union looking to get another big away win here. Might be the 6th or 7th of their season thus far. Huge to come up with, points away in the MLS, and to get that many 3-pointers away is it's a reason. There's a reason you're in the topping the supporter shield there. Okay. But yeah, so 22,000 at this new Chicago stadium that they have announced. It's going to be Pickle Rick ball here, and he's going to go long. And Union Indy here down over on the right side, making moves, and he's got a chance. And Jeff Gall comes up with it there. Could have helped us a little bit better there, I think, Indy, after all that work. Possession, Fire with 57% possession thus far. But it's 1-0 here thus far. Okay. And that was a handball call earlier on, guys. Against the defenseman Andrew Goodman, he would be disappointed with that. And we know Union are in good form, but Chicago also in good form here. Oh, shit. Come on. Indy. Vasilev, top of the box here. Come on. Indy over the right side. Yeah, that's a big handball there. Clearly seen. I will say I am liking the new kick, guys. I didn't think I was going to get it. Then I folded for this meet and greet over the weekend, which, by the way, I was assigned a 3 o'clock slot. And, you're supposed to get there at your time. I couldn't make it. I got there at 5. And gates are closed. They're locked. And they say, if you want to take, you had to like beg them. It was like we were on the Titanic begging them to let us in. And they say, well, we can't guarantee it. We did want to see the line. So we walked in. They let us. They opened the gates. We walk in. We walk down all around the stadium, and this was quite the line. And I did ask. I said, "Is every player there that wasn't on international duty?" Every player that wasn't on international duty at the time, there was 6 away on Sunday, and they were all on the higher concourse there at Subaru Park Love Wins. And yeah, I realized Blake was away for the Gold Cup with the Reggae Boys, and then I didn't have anything else to get signed, so we had to get the new kit, and the new kit's expensive. It is pricey. I don't even want to say, in case there's any Rovers fans watching. There's not, but they'd be in exasperation mode because our kits are out of control price wise. I do like this one though. After putting it on here tonight. I didn't try it on until tonight because I did contemplate returning it. Sans autograph uh, from whoever. But yeah, it wasn't worth the wait. Well, I don't know. Was it worth the wait? I guess that's a conversation from 10 years from now. But, you know, that day I had to get to Top Tomato. I had to get a good seat there for USA. USA was in Saudi Arabia. I forget who we played. Who did we play on Saturday? Who did we take? Who did we demolish? No help in the chat. Chat, chat. If this was Speed, he'd have everybody helping him out. Speed, people are helping Speed before he even asks the question. I gotta wear Ronaldo's shirt. Get my numbers up. I think we're getting spoiled with these Union games, guys. But yes, 2 All-Stars named to the Union for the Union MLS wise. All-Stars in none other than Ty Baribo, the Golden Boot leader, and I thought Quinn might have got a look. I think he's one of the assist leader, if not the assist leader at the moment. And he's off and running with the national team. But it was Jacob Glesnes. Jacob Glesnes also getting a nod to the All-Star team. And no Kai Wagner. Blake's been pretty injured, so it's all Ty and Jacob this year for us. Okay, here we go. Chicago here now over on the right side. Fire. It's going to be Pickle Rick Ball. So, Chicago's state flag turtle, this is a question for you. By the way, kudos on your Rovers memory. That was very good. I did like it. I also liked Dirk's touch on the Twitter, how he did that add in. It kind of, really highlighted your memory, and I thought it was a good touch. And he thanked you, and you know, I thought Dan liked how he said your name, Turtle. I can't even say how he says it. He says it's like it's TIRTUL, almost Turtle. It was, but that was a good spot, good keen ear there by Dan. But we are, the Nittany Lions, but we're also Rovers. We are Rovers. We are Union. Foul called against Philly here. Looks like it's against Ben Bender. But yes, Ty Baribo, his salary information, I think he's making like $810K. I think our a million plus players are Blake, Jacob Glesnes. Mikel Ura is our highest paid at 2.2 million a year, and he's gone and out of here after this year. But yeah, that was that's bookmarks. How do I get to my bookmarks? Profile. Ah! Fire here! Rick! Wide left. Carvana. No. We need to get Bimbo back on the kits. Bimbo was a proper advertiser, proper sponsor. Okay, found my bookmarks here. Let's see. Oh, yes. Big fact here about the salary news tonight. And, this is a salary capped league, but it's almost, Tom Bogert wrote about this. He says, you have to look at how much the DPs are paid. It's how much the DPs are paid is where you see the ambition from the club and what they want to do. What's their goal? And so, yeah, salary wise though, we are the 29th in the league, total salary, total team salary, 29th in the league. You really have to earn your raises here in Philly. Yeah, so 2.2 to Uro. We said that. Glesnes, Blake. Oh, Wagner also over $1 million. And our new signings, Damiani's at 7.25, 727K. Glavinovic is injured right now. He's at 425. Lukic 330, and Bender 150K. So, you know, like, and you know, kudos to Donovan. He was the one that got that penalty here. 11 players in the league make 5 million or more. Miami, of which have 3 of those 11. 50 players make 2 million or more. Top paid Americans: Walker Zimmerman, Jordan Morris, Jesus Ferreira. A little bit slow action here in this game here so far, guys. Back and forth, but no real threats. Fire here now outside the 18-yard box. Going to make me eat my words. And Fire again. Union though crowding, coming back. They're going to clear it. Oh, Pickle Rick comes up big, collects it. I thought that wasn't going to get through, but it did find its way. Yes, so over 500,000. Ty, we said 8 something. Damiani, 7 something. Dan Lee and Quint. Less than 200K. Oliver Semmel, Raffanello, Bender, Marcus Anderson, Vasquez, Pierre, LaFleur, Olivas, only Frankie, Rick, Mariano, Davis. Lukic with the yellow. So if we look at the game, Gosdog still with no goals here tonight in their game against Atlanta. Let's look at the live standings here. Philly still on top there. Points. Chicago remaining in 10th here with the loss so far. Wow, Atlanta down in 13th place is crazy. I'm yawning, but we got a lot of game to go here. I should have had my my V8 Energy or Celsius later in the night. 37th minute here now, guys. Lull in the action here, back and forth. Still waiting for Union to, really pick it up because Greg Berhalter not happy. Okay, let's look at the last couple games here so far. Let's get a roll call. Who's there? Who's watching? Did you get your likes in tonight? Did you subscribe to the channel? Please do. If you're new, join us. Get in the chat there. Who have you liked there on the scene, on the pitch tonight? Who are you going to be glad is going to be back from international duty sooner rather than later? We do have the 2 New York Red Bulls games coming up in 2 weeks' time, both at home. I think it's Tuesday and Saturday. But do we have? Let's look real quick. Philadelphia Union. Share media. Bender here. Jeff Gall gets it. Okay. So if we look at the last 6 for Chicago Fire, they lost to Nashville. Nashville's pretty good. But they demolished DC. Now, oh! Rick had to get up for that one. I don't think that was off the crossbar. I think that was all Rick. Zinkernagel, who was just named to the MLS All-Star game almost with a golazo, but was that Rick who got a hand on it? Waking up not only Soldier Field, but myself here. Let's see. Rick did not get a hand on that. That was inches away off the crossbar there, just north of the goal, and big chance there by Zinkernagel. Just named an hour or two along with Baribo and Glesnes to the All-Star squad. Be ready, guys. Be ready. But yeah, dominated DC. I think both were shorthanded here in this break and injuries. They beat Orlando. They did lose to New York. Beat New England. Beat Charlotte. Beat Atlanta. Beat Detroit in the Cup. So, a couple of blips in the action there to Nashville and New York. But other than that, very good here in the past couple of weeks or so here. So, Greg Berhalter putting it together. His son also being named to the All-Star squad. But yeah, let's look. Bender. It's going to be back to Jeff Gall. It's going to be cleared out. Throw in here for Philly over on the left side. But yeah, if we look at last year, Chicago did get the better of us. They had a big 4-3 win at home in Chicago last year, and then they got the draw in Philly, 2-2. A lot of goals there, both games. All right, we're almost at halftime here, guys. Chance here for Philly, free kick. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get a second here. Let's build the lead. Kai, try to sneak it in there. Nutmeg it in. Oh, chance! That was Indy with a big shot on goal, but Jeff Gall stands his spot there, puts it over the net. So we're one Labubu so far. That was weird with that pausing earlier, by the way. I thought that wasn't going to go away. I'm going to be honest. Chance here for Philly. It was the deflection there. Damiani thinks it was off the fire. Should be another corner. But it's going to be Jeff Gall goal kick. Another minute plus stoppage. But yeah, halftime. Let's see if we can get people here. Let's see who is available. I don't have Brian. Brian, if you're out there, text me your email. See if we can get Brian on the channel. See if we can get the Blackburn Rovers memory man himself, Turtle. And then we might be able to get a special guest out of town at the moment, so they could be busy. But let's see if they're available to come on. I need to get some Chicago eyes out here. I wonder if okay. Invites have been released. If you are available, jump in. Get ready for halftime, guys. We're going to have multiple guests. We're going to see how it goes. I'm hoping that people are checking their emails, clicking the invites, and taking advantage of the time that we have here tonight. Watching the Union game here, win 1-0 right now. We're not back to Subaru. Love wins for a bit, so let's enjoy these away games. I do think we're getting spoiled. I just don't see us losing this one here now. I know I'm jinxing it. Whoa, chance here for Philly. Lukic. Lukic is our hype man, by the way. I'd love to get Brian in for some Ty Baribo hype. Ty just landing in the USA yesterday, and after a 32-hour journey from Israel to Warsaw to Heathrow, and then I think Philly. Is that a? I just got a beep there. I don't know if that's a battery beep or no notification on. That is halftime, guys. That's halftime at Soldier Field. Chicago losing to our Philadelphia Union, 1-0. Union cruising in this one off the penalty. You know, I shouldn't say cruising. We got a penalty. We got one over the line. Damiami coming through with us. He's our new guy's dog there tonight. Speaking of which, he hasn't had a goal in Columbus. Ertz Tanner making the right moves, the right times. Kudos where kudos is deserved. But tonight it's 1-0 here. Union not putting much together here thus far, in all honesty. We are going to have to look at our battery situation here at halftime, though, guys. So stay with me. We're good on this end. We're 59. Okay, good. So we're going to switch batteries, and then we'll be back. If you got your invites for halftime, jump in. Be ready to go. Get your talking points ready. And I'm Pete with Philly Rovers, and we'll be back for more watch along, but for more Philly Union action after this short break. Let me put the music going here, guys. Let me put the music on, guys. Okay, I'll be back in 5. Stay with me. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe. All right, guys, I am back. to it shortly here. Let me pause the music. Let's see what some of our Twitter posse are saying regarding the Union game here tonight. Gonna look at the hashtag. Doop doop doop. Looks like there is a good Sons of Ben crowd out there at Soldier Field who have made the trip to the land of Lincoln. Sons of Ben Club culturally bankrupt. That's a good flag. It's a good flag there. We did have the Sons of Ben president at the Outlaws get together on Sunday for the USMNT's game. Justin, he was in the house there alongside the Outlaws Philadelphia chapter's vice president. So it was quite the posse at Top Tomato. All right, let's see what else everybody's saying there. Okay, congrats to Jacob Glesnes, 200th start for the boys in blue. This is 200 all comps for Jacob Glesnes. Major feat indeed. Would be great to see him get 3 points here tonight. Announced as an all-star, 200 games for the Union as a starter. People have got their hot dogs. They got their architecture tours earlier. And now they're just relaxing and hoping for the win here. Jimmy King, Daniel Gazda's last goal, March 29th against Inter Miami, while still a member of our Philadelphia Union. March, April, May, June. That's 3 months. All-time leading goal scorer. 0 goals after this move. They've had 11 games since he's been transferred. Not much action on Twitter tonight regarding the and I mean there's not much in the game here. So let's see latest. That could have been a big goal for Indy. Indeed. I'm not sure about this mascot here. Let's look up Chicago Fire mascot. Looks like it's a dog. Sparky. He's a Dalmatian dog who wears the club's jersey and sometimes arrives wearing firefighter attire. Still waiting for hip hop to be claimed. He's a free agent after the Sixers let him go. Somebody needs to pick up hip hop. Philly's best mascot. All right, we have everybody chickening out on the halftime show. There's not much to chicken out on here tonight, but we'll see. Maybe we'll see a late appearance here from our friends. that we sit with in 127. And, would be nice to get their takes on tonight's game so far. Pickle Rick saying his prayers here before the second half. And we are a go here, guys. We are a go. Almost underway. Second half, Philly, Chicago. Let's get some score updates around the league. I hate Bing. Bing, why is my home screen Bing? How do they do that? So today, Cincy won. They're chasing us. Toronto tied with the Red Bulls. Nashville took it to the Revs. Columbus won 3-1 without the help of Gazdag. I think maybe he got an assist. I shouldn't say that, but yeah, no goals there. Loons versus McGlynn 0-0 at halftime. Although McGlynn's on international duty. St. Louis, Orlando is 3-2 to Duncan McGuire and company. Sporting Kansas City and Charlotte. Ben Bender's old squad is winning 1-0. And we got a couple other games tonight. We got the top of the Western Conference late at 10:30. 1 versus 2 in the Whitecaps versus San Diego. And FC Dallas versus San Jose. And LA Galaxy versus Colorado after this. And Philly play away on Sunday versus Columbus. Ooh, Philly meets Gazdag away. Gazdag did come to Subaru already, so there's been some interaction there. I think, let's see here. Yeah, so let's see if there was any substitutions at half. Second half starts, no subs. No subs. So yeah. Rick at the back, Glesnes, Makanya, Wagner on the left, Bedoya, our captain, Lukic, Rafa, Bender, Indy, Damiani, Donovan. Greg Berhalter sporting a 4-3-3 there. With Zinkernagel, Coopers, and Bamba up front. Here come Union, and it's turned over. Back and forth action here. Hoping to see something here. Good pass from Chicago. Let's see if Union can get to it. Looks like it's Bedoya. Bedoya getting beat. He's going to take his man down. No whistle on the play there. and it's outside the box. Glesnes is going to get a yellow card there. That's okay, though. It's no, that's fine. Glesnes, isn't he on yellows high alert? If that's Glesnes, you might be suspended for the next game. Let's get a MLS yellow card accumulation here. Oh, I can never find the yellow card accumulation. I had it last week. Now I can't find where I put it. MLS gives it to you right on their website. Free kick here for Fire outside the 18-yard box. 52nd minute ball is up, and it's blocked by the Union. Union going to try and keep it in. Play it out from the back, and we're going to clear it. Good work by Union there. Get it back up to midfield. Fire going to take it now. Oh, shoot. Fire again down on the right side. Oh, my mistake. Up the middle. Takes it. Nobody wanting to shoot. Flies over the crossbar out of bounds. Pickle Rick ball. Let's see if somebody said this on Twitter. I know Julian Alimony. She usually watches the yellows. Let's see if she tweeted it. I am on it. She already tweeted it. That's Glesnes' 5th yellow card, so he will have to miss Sunday at Columbus with accumulation. Time for Neil Pierre to make his debut. This was Neil's 6th off-roster homegrown call-up, by the way. She was on that. That was impressive. Glesnes out for Sunday's game. I gotta fix my banner here. Nobody's watching the banners. Guess it's not breaking news, though. Next match for Chicago, Charlotte on Saturday. And then, of course, for us, it is Columbus on Sunday. An hour prior to the USMNT game. And 3 hours after the USWNT game. I think it's Ireland again for the women. Costa Rica for the men. So, soccer-filled day. Let's see. We might even have a Club World Cup game on tonight. Today, Dortmund beat Ulsan 1-0. And there's 2 games on right now. Monterrey is beating Urawa 3-0, and Inter is tied with River Plate at halftime. That's a good game. Standings. Okay, into the 56th minute now. I hope I didn't just miss a goal. I just saw a thumbs up from Greg. I don't think so. Nope. Whistle blown. Yeah, Carnell likes the golf shirt. Greg Berhalter, known for that tennis shoes, t-shirt, jogger look. Infamously did that run outside the stadium during, I don't know if it was a World Cup game or what, but it was weird. Zinkernagel here. No action here tonight, guys. No action. This is a brutal. I think this has been one of the most boring watch-alongs in a long time. It's just nothing to say. This is, I mean, right now Chicago are just reenacting that Simpsons scene. Everybody knows that Simpsons scene, the soccer Simpsons scene from like 1995, 98. Wide left for the Fire. Andrew Gutman. Bedoya. Fatigued. Still in there. Still going strong. 60 minutes in now. Holding it down at right back. They're honing in on Bedoya. Come on. Bedoya taking Westfield's spot next game. Who needs Mbaizo? We got Bedoya. 10 games in league play for the Union, unbeaten. All right, I got a picture here for you guys. New kit was unveiled today from Preston North End, Rovers' arch rival. And it is quite the kit. You know, Rovers have had their share of kits with the Totally Wicked debacle. Although, you know, Totally Wicked stepped up during the pandemic when Recoverite, the Australian recovery company, couldn't pay the bills. They went out of business. And then Totally Wicked said, hey, we'll be the main sponsor. But anyway, what I was getting to was the latest kit reveal from their fellow Lancashire team, their arch rival, a big, well, what they would say they're a big derby opponent. The Knobbers, the Lilywhites, the Invincibles. It's Preston North End, and this is their latest kit, their main kit for the upcoming season. I will share it to you here. Where would I go? Okay, stay with me here. It didn't save. I think it's not big Google. Donovan going for the bicycle kick there. Couldn't quite pull it off. It's headed in and out there by Union, but it's going to end up Jeff Gall ball there. Okay, let me get this kit here. Subs coming in for Philly. Bueno is coming in, guys. Ben Bender coming off. But yeah, you know, lots to talk about here, guys. You know, we had the Thomas Mueller news there. And I mean, when we see the salary, I mean, where are we going to put him? Like, we need to get a DP spot available. I mean, although I will say, you know, we're too cheap. We can't afford him. all that. But I mean, LAFC, or I think it's LAFC and not LA Galaxy, but LA teaming up with Adidas to get him a full and true payday. Uh, they're thinking outside the box there. They can't afford the full boat there to get Mueller. But, with the World Cup coming up, it's a great partnership for them, to have a MLS representative there. Okay. Off of Bedoya there, over on the left side. Pressure on here. It's going to be up to half field. Macania puts it back in. It's going to be out. It's going to be fireball. All right, let's get back into this here for the second half. First, let me share that Preston North End kit that I wanted to. Preston North End have teamed up with Spud Brothers in a new partnership. It's the most talked about food creators in the UK. It will become the front of shirt sponsor for the upcoming season. The Spud Brothers, humble hot potato cart in Preston, have transformed into a viral sensation. Global recognition. Jacob and Harley, aka the Spud Brothers, have grown a following of over 6 million and collaborated with some of the biggest names of pop culture, including Sidemen, Mr. Beast, Will Smith, and Alex Warren. Wow. I mean, the more I read about this, these guys might not be too much of a joke. I mean, I'm talking about them here on the Union Watchalong, helping their cause. What am I doing? Here comes Kai. Whoa! Jeff Gall collects. All right, I'm liking the 1-0 win here, guys. 7 clean sheets so far this season for the Union. Tonight could be an 8th. Do we move forward in the U.S. Open Cup, guys? What's your thoughts? Break it down. Ah! Okay, Marcus Anderson on for Donovan now. Marcus Anderson, the hero of recent. All right. Indy over on the left side, outside the box. Come on, pass it. God. That is harsh. Ref just gave a yellow to Jesus Bueno for delay of game. And completely unintentional action there by Jesus Bueno. He was still playing as if the game was live and the whistle hadn't been blown. And it was clearly seen. Quick to draw. That was. Come on, ref. So we'll be still looking for an away game. We'll be seeing if the Open Cup, perhaps, if the Union can progress, there's a chance they might end up in Nashville. Because Nashville right now, it's going to be away July 4th weekend. I don't think I can make it there. And we'll see. We will be up in New York for the South Korea game in September with the Outlaws representing. And busy month in September. A lot of handballs here tonight. Okay, into the 74th minute here now, guys. Haven't seen much action here in the second half. Nothing to get me out of my seat. Nothing to get me into this one. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Usually I can find a second gear, but this one's rough here tonight. Gonna be honest. But if we get the 3 points, we will take it. We will hope for the best for Quinn and Nate in the Gold Cup, as Blake will be returning. Yeah, and then questions arise. I mean, Blake just lost 4-1 in the Gold Cup last night to Panama, and they weren't good losses. They weren't amazing. So questions abound now for the goalkeeper. Blake is going to be Blake, and Pickle Rick, he's like 19, 20, still extremely young, inexperienced, but he's been playing great. May here, June, good form, coming along, confident, and perhaps the future for the Union. What will Carnell be doing with the keeper situation? I mean, I guess he's got to go back to Blake here next week perhaps even this Sunday. Maybe he'll say he's, still recovering, you know, doesn't want to risk him. He'll let him come back in July. It was the travel. He never had his break. I don't know. We'll see what he says. It'll be interesting how they play it because it was still kind of like up in the air for why he wasn't playing prior to the Gold Cup. But we all thought it was generally because he was saving himself for the Gold Cup. So now the Gold Cup's over, and Rick is putting up a clean sheet here tonight, doing well. He hasn't been too challenged, but he does well. He's doing good with his feet, and Union here. Anderson's got it. He's got help. Got my Valley Holy Farm here. Valley Holy Farm Cup. You know, do Union just sit back now? Defend, clear out? I mean, they're only up 1-0 in Chicago here outside the 18-yard box. Second chance rebound. Union. Will we see more chances here from the Fire as things start to wind down here in the later stages of this one? And they feed off the crowd. Let's see here, Glassness. I mean, well done to Glassness and Bedoya there, playing tough at the back, stopping Chicago's goal scorers there from even getting past them. Uh, you know, again, Rick, he's got a good line in front of him. Under pressure, Rick, good clearance to midfield. Good with his feet. Does we got the quiz? I do have a quiz question here. Okay, our quiz question of the night. I think this is a turtle question. He should be able to get this one. No Googling. Honor system. Get your thoughts in. Get your quiz question of the night. What do the 4 stars of the Chicago flag represent? Any thoughts? Get your likes in, get your subscribes in. We're winding down. We're going to close this one out as soon as stoppage time hits tonight. We're heading to the bar. Buffalo Wild Wings, they close at 12. We've got to get there fast, right after full time. We're going to be watching that 10:30 game, that Western Conference Vancouver and not Seattle, Vancouver. Oh, and the Wave clash. So, any thoughts on the question, the quiz question of the night? Any thoughts? Get them in there. What is it? And I will know if you're cheating. No cheaters. But yeah, they gotta get better with that meet and greet. That meet and greet should be more. I mean, have 2 of them, make them like 3 hours each rather than 4, like 4 plus. What was it, 2 to 6? Yeah, and it probably went to 4.5, 5 hours for these players. Come on, give us 2 3 hour sessions or something. I mean, there's a lot of people showing up. They're bringing kids, they're getting signatures, they're getting pictures. They're getting videos nowadays. It's all taken a long time to do each and every group. So, you know, even if I had got to my assigned slot time at 3 p.m., I'd still be there. It was incredible. And that's good. That's a good thing. We want these things to be popular. I did make fun of the kit in previous games, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it, guys. I'm on board. This looks different though than Turtles. Turtles' shoulders, I think, are more legit. Get your answers for the quiz in, guys. Guys, my chat is not working on my side of things. Thought I was not getting any chat answers, and I'm getting a couple chats. How do I refresh this? I don't know if I can. Let's see. Okay, so we do have messages in the chat. I don't know when these messages are from. What are you looking for, Pete? I don't know what I was looking for at that time. Rick handled that better than Freeze. Rick's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Time to move back, Quinn. It is a Glenn Mills issue. Oh, it is a Glenn Mills. Okay, that was the. Yeah, this is how far the chat has gone back. Anyway, Rick handled that better than Philly Rovers to be the front of kit sponsor for Blackburn in 2029. Great comment there, Nick Custodio. What year is it? 2025. We've got a lot of time to work on that. Lot of time. We will get there with your help and your donation. Call in today and we can be that front of kit sponsor in 2029. 1-800-555 Philly Rovers. I should know, but I don't. You should know that. You should certainly know that. Okay. I once had this T-shirt with the Chicago flag. I always liked this T-shirt. It's a cool flag, but it's World's Fair, the Great Fire, Great Chicago Fire, and then the last one is some fort that's famous out there. So, but it's easy. World's Fair, Great Fire, some fort. But yeah, they're all F's. Fair, fire, fort. But thank you guys for your chats. If anybody wants to get in here for a near end of game conclusion, thoughts as we finish up here tonight in Chicago, as we look to close the 3 points here tonight at Soldier Field, as we look ahead to Sunday with Columbus and honing in on 11 games here tonight, possibly 12 on Sunday in league play, unbeaten streak, club record start, the Carnell era off to high flying. I mean, who would have thought? I know I say this watch along after watch along, but it needs to be repeated. McGlynn, uh, Jack Elliott, Gosdog, who went down to South America, Carranza. I mean, all of these guys, big name after big name after big name. Jim Curtin, club legend, all gone. A year later, we're top of the rankings, Supporters Shield lead, and looking to go further. It's it's Bradley's team, and we're all just fans there in 127 cheering him on. Him in the crowd here. They brought Bedoya back, and we were all like, Bedoya's coming back. Bedoya's here, playing right back here, 90 minutes strong, fighting hard, sticking with Glesnes. And, kudos to Andre Bedoya tonight for sure. Big game by him. You can't fault him tonight. Glesnes all-star announcement here tonight. Also fighting hard. It's going to be a clean sheet for him, for Bedoya, for Pickle Rick, for Makanya, and of course our left back, the league's left back, Kai Wagner there, the German. And the defense doesn't get the credit that they so deserve, but they should be getting it here tonight. Is it 6, 7, 7? This is the 7th clean sheet of the season. Well done, man. Well done indeed. But yeah, so let's 5 stoppage minutes. Hey, this is pivotal here, guys. 5 minutes is a long time, and this is only a 1-0 game. I know I haven't been in this one as much as I should be, And now I've been out of it. I thought there was no comments. I find out there was comments in the chat there. I was just, I live and die by the comments, guys. I live and die by them. And I find out that there's ones that I didn't think existed. I'm a new man here now in the 90th minute here. You guys have stuck by me. I'm going to stick by you. I'm going to see this one through. Hopefully, the Union could do the same here tonight. And we could go home with 3 here late on a Wednesday evening and close this one out here. Climb Eastern Conference even further, maybe put a little bit of cushion. But I think Cincinnati won today, so that kind of keeps it at what it could be, which was, I want to say 4. Let's see, standings. This is the live standings. It's 40-36. If it stands, 4 minutes to go here now. Clock ticks on. Tick tock, tick tock. Feel like the Peter Pan alligator. Bedoya, a yellow. There's a couple of yellows here in the last minute or so here. I don't know who got the last one, but Bedoya gets that one. And a smart foul. Tries to get away with it, but it's a clear as day there. That our captain, my captain, Bedoya there, who's got a new podcast there for the USMNT. We are loyal fans to call it what you want. But oh, oh, crap. I think that was Rick. A big save there. Now Union in transition might have a chance to double up here. And it's going to be over to Marcus Anderson over the left side. But he gives it away. God damn. We are only up 1-0. Marcus trying to go get that second goal should have just experience tells you got to just dribble that over into the left hand corner there and take some time there, take another 30, 40 seconds, try and draw a corner, do something with it, but he gives it right away. We got to learn from that one there. Marcus Anderson. And I should say, I mean, Marcus, like, I don't even think he's that young. He should have done better with that one there. There was nowhere to go, nowhere to put. He wasn't giving that to anybody but a Chicago Fire guy. Dribble that over into the left-hand corner, kill some time. We've only got 2 minutes now. Union got the ball back, but, you know, ooh. Oh, I think Kai went down hard there. At least, I mean, he put on a good show. Loud yelp for that one. They keep talking about this is a good Chicago Fire attacking team, but both teams not at full strength. I don't know if it was El Salvador last night had Osario. Osario was on Chicago, and I think that's one of their main guy. So it's easy to say that, but their main guy's out. Chicago. Okay. Kai, come on, Marcus. Come on, Marcus. Learn from our last time. Just dribble it over in the left-hand corner. Bide some time. Commentators just repeated what I just said. Okay, guys, 30 seconds here. Nice. Whew, Lucas. I don't know how hot it is in Chicago. I should have checked the weather because I don't think it's like, is that full time? Listen. We did it, guys. We did it. It's 1-0 Philly over Chicago. 1 Labubu for Sexy Hoagie. One more, I should say. And in the Labubu market that it is, that's a good thing right now. But Damiani with the penalty kick here early in this one to calm our nerves. 10 minutes in, it was set up by Donovan. Donovan in the box there. Takes the handball to Andrew Gutman, and Damiani hits it home to go up 1-0. That's all the Union would need. It's all we would see tonight. Defensive effort, defensive acclaim, accolades there to the back line, Andrew Rick, and so forth. And we'll see if Baribo is back on Sunday. He's back in the USA. We're still coming off that long journey home there from Israel, 32 hours. So perhaps Baribo back on Sunday, perhaps Andre Blake back on Sunday. There'll be debates going on behind the scenes. And again, Pickle Rick has been true to form, Brickwall Rick for May and June. Credit where credit is due. Another clean sheet in the books there. The All-Star Glesnes stood tall. Bedoya, our right back, my right back, our captain, and of course Kai and Makanya there doing great things. But we go again Sunday, Columbus, 6 o'clock. It's another away game. You know where I'll be. I'll be here. You'll be there, and we'll be doing it again. Get the likes in, get the subscribes in. Let's go to 160 this week. We're almost there. But yes, kudos to Carnell and company, and we'll be on to the next one. And toop toop toop. I'm out. Pete with Philly Rovers. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all the help there. Work on your flag knowledge. Where will we be on Sunday? That's your tip of the night. I'm out, guys.